Hi YouTube, it's Princess Diamond. Welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can see, today I'll be doing these Boho Invisible Locs, or some call it Boho Bohemian Two Strand Twists. And these are regular length, so they come to about butt or waist length. So these are not the short bob length ones, as you guys can see. But if you like how it's looking so far and you want to get the details of how I did it, then just keep on watching. She's a diamond. She's a diamond girl. She's a diamond. Diamond, diamond, diamond. Okay, so for the hair, we used this Afro Spring Twist. This was in the color 1B and it was 16 inches long. I did drop a link for you guys down below if you're interested, but the link shows it for 24 inches long, which I think would be better if you're wanting the length that we did anyways. And we use 3 packs, but if you're purchasing it online, I would recommend getting 4 packs just in case. And then for the curls, we use this Ace Natural Deep Wave Human Hair. I didn't particularly like this hair just because it felt a little hard and stiff at the top towards the weft area. But then again, I did not wash this hair prior to installation. So maybe if it was washed prior, it would feel a lot looser or better. I will try to find the link to that hair, but just keep in mind, you guys, this hair was bought at our local beauty supply store. So if I do find a link and drop it for you guys, please purchase at your own risk. I myself have not purchased from this website if it is in the description. So I'm just starting with the flat twists. So I got my sections parted and I am flat twisting it and then just putting a clip there to secure one end while I flat twist the other section. For product, I used the Shine and Jam in the red container. It is a little thicker than the one in the orange container, but if you guys want something even thicker, I highly recommend that you guys get the Lock and Twist gel. That gel is just amazing. I just didn't have any on hand at the time that I did this style, but I definitely have mine now. I will drop links to all 3 gels, so the Shine and Jam in orange, red, and then the Lock and Twist, if you guys are interested in any of the 3. Okay, so we're going kind of fast here in this first section, but don't worry, I am going to slow it back down a little later. But this is just for the ones that just want to get a quick glance of how I did this. Now, as you guys can see in the beginning, I just went ahead and twisted together those 2 flat twists. And then I added in 1 strand of the Afro Spring Twist hair to that, and then immediately after that I added in 1 of the curly pieces, and then after that I added in another of the spring twist hair. Now the second piece of the spring twist hair that I added in, that was just for thickness. I did not want to add 2 pieces at the same time in the beginning or towards the top, just because of the thickness of her hair. I felt like it looked better with me just adding 1 at a time. So I added that 1 piece, I added another piece, and then later towards the bottom I added a 3rd strand, and that 3rd strand was just to add length to the twist, because like I said, I wanted to do butt length or waist length and didn't want it to be too short, and this hair was only 16 inches. So if you guys went with the 24 inches one, it's gonna be a lot easier. You won't have to add in as many pieces. As far as the curly strands, I went ahead and just added as much as I felt like it needed. I didn't like this hair, 1, because of the texture of it, but also 2, because of the length. It was just too short. But if you're doing this style in bob length, I think this length would be perfect for that style. Okay, so now we're going to slow it down. So I'm gonna do my flat twist, my first flat twist there, and you guys see I'm twisting it going to the right. And of course, you can twist in whichever direction you feel comfortable or you're used to. Just make sure both twists are being twisted in the same direction. So again, I'm twisting this one going to the right as well. And now I'm going to overlap and twist these 2 together. And now I'm twisting it in the opposite direction. So now I'm overlapping them going to the left. So if you were twisting yours going to the left, you're going to overlap it going to the right. Okay, so now I just wanted to show you guys how I'm adding in that spring twist hair. As you guys can see, I'm just laying it flat up against the two twists. And then I just continue to twist it just as normal. So you guys can see how it just looks natural with me just adding one section at a time instead of adding two. It doesn't make the twist look bulky there in the beginning, so that's the reason why I'm only adding one section. Then when I twist it a little bit down, I'm gonna go ahead and add in the curly hair. And I just lay that flat up against one of the sections and continue to twist that in as normal. So you got to be careful when you're twisting in these little short pieces of curly hair, because you do have a risk of it pulling out because there's not that much that you're twisting down to secure. So that's why I would just recommend looking for longer curly hair, but I will drop some other suggestions that you guys can try out, some links to some other hair that you guys can try out that's a lot longer than this. And then you guys seen that I added in that second piece of spring twist hair, and that was just to give it a little bit more fullness to the twist. And then I noticed that the piece that I was twisting in for the curly hair was starting to stick out of the twist, and I didn't want that, so I just unraveled it and I just kind of tucked that curly end in the middle of the spring twist hair and then wrapped around it, and then just continue wrapping. And then I use my Shine and Jam kind of to help with laying that flat so it doesn't stick out again. So now I pretty much just am going to add in the curly pieces as I need to. Again, I just keep saying it, these pieces are so little, so I have to add in a lot just to make it full. And honestly, I probably could have added more to give it a little bit more fullness. So just go ahead and go with longer pieces of curly hair, you guys. It's just going to make it a lot easier for you. It's going to be less time, and it won't be so much work with having to add it in so many pieces. But again, if you're going for a more shorter bob length, then your short pieces are going to work well. What you're seeing right now is me just doing the same thing of trying to cover up that curly piece and that was wrapped into the twist so it does not stick out. And this is the last spring twist hair that I added, and this will give it some thickness as well, but this is really just to add length to the twist. I would say I added maybe 3 to 4 pieces of the curly hair throughout the whole strand, but I'm not exactly sure. Like I said, just add it as needed. If I was using something longer, I would only add 1 or 2 pieces. And then I just twist all the way to the very bottom. And this is what we are looking like. Your goal when doing this style is to match the locks or the twist with your client's natural hair, which is why people call it invisible locks, because it's supposed to just look like your natural hair was locked or twisted. So I'm using one strand at the very base of her hair when I'm twisting it together, because her hair is a little thinner, and it just makes it look more natural and more real. It's not as bulky. But if you're working with someone who has a lot more thicker hair and you know you can do 2 strands at once and it'll still look natural and not bulky, then that's what you should do. As long as it's not bulky and as long as it looks natural. For those who are wondering, I think I did 7 rows total. So we did 4 above the ear and 3 below the ear. So 7 rows total. I didn't count though how many twists altogether. But I think that's pretty much all that I have for you guys as far as the details and the how-to. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope I was able to provide something that was helpful, or at least I hope you guys liked the style that I did. And if you did, I would really appreciate it if you guys gave this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. This just encourages me to continue to put out more things like this for you guys. And then if you have any questions, leave it down in the comments below. If I'm not able to answer it in the comments, and I'll try to get to it maybe in a whole video if it's something more complex that I have to explain. But this is the final result and it's looking really pretty. Make sure to again check out the description for all links of what I used, as well as some other recommendations if you guys are unable to find the things that I used in this video. So yeah, I will talk to you guys in my next video, and I hope you guys be blessed and stay protected, stay filled with love and peace.